It is game day, Browns fans. I'm here with the legend, the man, the myth, the one and only Bernie Kosar. He's got the coolest shoes in the world on what you can't see, which means, oh, there you are.
There you go.
If you want to hear more about it, go back to Thursday's episode of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. We're taping this on Thursday, Bernie, because right now, as you're watching this, I'm in the Muni lot, tailgating and getting ready for the game. Bernie, I think you're at the West 6 tailgate on Sundays, right?
And I'll be at the IX Center this weekend for the Christmas show there as I'm getting ready for our Steeler game and our Steeler victory.
There you go. So while you're watching this, watch it, then come find me in the Muni lot and go find Bernie where he's hanging out. Bernie, you have had many battles against the Steelers in your past. Before we get into this matchup, what's your favorite memory from playing the Pittsburgh Steelers?
You know, thank you for starting out that way. I'm honored and blessed to be a Youngstown, Ohio boy who grew up watching the Steelers always beat the Cleveland Browns. So when I got the honor to play against the Steelers and end up, I think, with a 10-4, 11-4 record against them and come up on the positive side of it, breaking that streak in old Three Rivers Stadium, and then the overtime victory against the Steelers back in the mid-'80s.
Those were the days, Bernie. Those were the days. We got to get back to that where they continue to kick the Steelers' ass just like you did back in the day. Bernie, DTR's getting the start. Deshaun's out. His first start obviously did not go well against Baltimore, but this time he has a full week of preparation to get ready for Pittsburgh. How much difference does having 3-4 days of practice, knowing the game plan, knowing you're the guy going into the matchup, help a young kid like DTR get ready for Pittsburgh?
You know, first, the emotional week, the roller coaster week we had with finishing, having an awesome come-from-behind victory against the Ravens last week, to be 6-3, to have half the week go by and still think we're 6-3 and Deshaun is our QB, and then Wednesday morning for that all to change like that. The initial shock was almost devastation. But to your question on DTR, and as you really start analyzing it and stuff, and I know fans may think that I'm saying this just to be a homer, just to be positive. I'm not DTR's marketing rep, but I do believe that, you know, he was in almost an unwinnable, tough situation, learning at 10:30 in the morning on game day like that. So now to have this full week of preparation, this full week of practice, and to understand that, also to the coaching staff, knowing that a rookie quarterback is coming in against the Steelers is going to, I believe, also alter the game plan to where we will see more of our running game and we'll see more of the bootlegs and nakeds. It'll actually, I think, help DTR, and I feel good about our chances this Sunday.
Yeah, they drafted him because he has a similar skill set to Deshaun Watson, so you didn't have to change up the entire offensive playbook in case this actually happened. Kevin Stefanski, though, it's kind of a big test for him. You go from Watson. He won games with Walker. DTR's first game, unfair circumstances. You can't hold it against DTR. He learned he was going to start the same time most people were getting out of bed that morning to watch the game. For Stefanski, to simplify the playbook, to make it as easy for him, you think he has that in his repertoire to make the game as simple as possible for DTR?
So I do like the way Coach Stefanski's offense is put together. Whoever the quarterback is, from a understanding and from an ability to simplistically pick it up. And I do believe he'll, with the play calling and with the reads and with DTR's athleticism, and also coupled with our offensive tackles and our issues of who's going to be playing offensive line with that amazing pass rush with Highsmith and Watt. So I actually think the play calling and DTR will all kind of fit in better because we'll do more of the play action and bootlegs, and that will actually help Coach Stefanski.
Last one here, Bernie, and you could talk about this better than anyone else. This season, in 5 home games, the Browns are 4-1, have outscored opponents 100-51. Now you take out the DTR first start versus Baltimore, it is 97-23. The Dawg Pound is back in full force here, Bernie. How much of an advantage is it for DTR to have this game at home, in front of the Dawg Pound, in front of the friendly crowd, against the division rival like Pittsburgh, who's also 6-3 in their own right, with a pretty damn good defense?
Yeah, this is absolutely a positive for the Browns and for DTR. Look at our Dawg Pound fans have really upped their game. The defense and playing at home makes it incredibly hard for the opposing quarterback / Kenny Pickett to make his checks and make his calls. Also, on the other side of it, for DTR, our crowd noise isn't as bad. So young offensive tackles and a young quarterback won't have to deal with crowd noise like they would on the road. So that's absolutely a big helper for us, the crowd.
Bernie, I know you like giving picks and predictions, but I am going to ask you, I'm going 17-9. Browns beat the Steelers. Bernie, do you also feel a Cleveland victory coming up later today?
I'm not just saying this to be a homer. I absolutely feel a Browns victory today.
Let's go. That's Bernie Kosar. That's the man, the myth, the legend, the infamous and famous. I never know which one to say. He's the legend. He's Bernie Kosar. He played quarterback for the Browns. I didn't, so listen to him, not me. Let's go, Brownies. We'll see you on the Tailgate Show afterwards. Peace, and Bernie, say it one more time.
You matter. Go Browns.